How's everybody doing? Thanks for tuning into this video. Wow, what a wild ride 2020 has been, and now what's in the bag for 2021, as there's been some odd changes, pretty similar still to the last season. There's going to be some new wedges, new driver, and a new ball I'm going to be playing this year. As I just found out, they are USGA conforming balls. And first, I start off with some good news. With a few of my rounds of last year, obviously didn't get around to filming any of them, and that's just from my fault, and just trying to work out a lot of kinks, not just a few, a lot of kinks, and how it's not been a very great couple of years for me, let's say. And went from a really low handicap up to where I'm at now at a 10.1, which me getting to a 10.1 where I play for my amateur competition and tour and everything, you got to be a 10. I got a slight exemption for the 0.1 as long as I can get it down to a 10 or below before my first event, which is going to be either May 25th, which I'm on the list for, or May 26th, which is kind of local, but I'm guaranteed a spot on that. So let's get into what's in the bag, and I'll give you a little bit of insight on why I game them, why I picked them, or why I'm still playing them and haven't upgraded. So we'll start off with everybody's favorite, and for this year, which is actually new in my bag. As you guys know, last year I was gaming the TaylorMade R7 Super Quad 460cc with the adjustable weights in the back. Well, this year, that's a little dirty there, but this year I went with Callaway Great Big Bertha Epic Sub-Zero. Love the low spin drivers, and figured I'd give Callaway's driver a full good try. As I remember trying this driver when it first came out in 2017, I got the 9-degree loft, which with the sleeve here, I can go down. I can only go down a degree, so right now it's still at a neutral setting for everything. I have it in a stiff shaft with a hazardous 6.0 shaft, Project X. Obviously, it's the mid. Let's see if I can pull this up, if it's going to want to work. Mid spin, T800, 55 grams. That's what I believe that is for, and 6.0. And this is the driver. Really can't beat the look of this. I remember when I first tried this out, everything about this driver just seemed to fit my eye and everything, but I was at the time where I could not afford this driver when it first came out, when it was like $400 or $500. So couldn't change that aspect, but I'm glad I have it in my bag now, and I can't wait to get on the course with it. Next up is going to be the 3-wood. As you guys know, I made the switch from Titleist to Nike. Went from Nike back Titleist. Now I'm playing Callaway's. Same as last year. I got 2016 XR 3-wood. Absolutely love this club. Yes, it's old and everything, but it is also a stiff shaft 6.0 Project X. And this club has saved me last year, where when my driver did break on me, I knew I can get at least 280 to 305 was my averaging with my 3-wood there. So it's a good thumbs up for me. Now, but with this here, I got the 4 hybrid, or well, I've knocked it down to 3. It's 3 hybrid. Again, the XR. Excuse how dirty they are. I've yet to clean these, and it's pretty disappointing. But this club is perfect for when I want to hit my high draw, low draw, or even a stinger. It's worked incredible for that. This is also a Project X 6.0 stiff shaft. So this club, it's honestly, it's one of those where I've thought about upgrading to the new Epics, but if it's not broke, don't fix it, and it hasn't let me down when I needed it. Now for irons, I've got from a 4 to pitch and wedge. I'll bring out my favorite club, which is my 6 iron. Callaway Epic Pros from a 4 to a pitch and wedge. These irons are absolutely money. One a night and day difference with them. Honestly, they draw when I want them to draw. They fade when I want them to fade. Hit them high, low, and honestly, best bang for the buck I can get. I know Callaway just came out with the new Apex line. They are great looking clubs, not a lot of price range, but you never know. Might be another what's in the bag for this year. So, like I said, I got 4 to pitch and wedge in the Epic Pros, and on to the next. Now, for what I got with wedges, may surprise some people, but I have I'll start with the 54. The 54, I have the RTX 2.0 Cleveland. There it is. Yeah, this club has been very much used. And yes, it's still a little dirty. I'm going to be doing a clean of them closer to opening season because I take a long time to clean these, as in I take my time. So I go from 54 and surprisingly to a 62 with my wedges. Difference is the 62 and the 54 are both the Cleveland RTX 4s. Got the one raw finish, which is my 62. I'm gonna have that with a mid-size grip. Okay, it helps me get a little less handsy, nothing too crazy. But I love playing this black finish 58. Replaced my Titleist Volkey. And surprisingly, for some reason, I went with a Tour Wrap Golf Pride white. Not really sure the reason and why behind I wanted to go that route, but the amount of spin I get off this 58, which is also a 9-degree bounce, and it's the mid grind. And my 62 is a 6-degree bounce with a low grind. But I get a lot of spin off this 58, and these are my wedges. Like I said, I try to stay with what works the best, and I found Cleveland wedges have been absolutely incredible for my needs. This is something that will probably change, or it's a 50-50 chance it'll change. It's how the saying goes, you can't buy a better game. Well, there's definitely some hemming and hawing about this. I may just go up to a newer Odyssey, which is actually, they just came out with the OG line too, so I actually may just pick one of those up. But I'm still rocking the Odyssey White Hot RX-7, or yeah, RX the 7. Honestly, this putter's been pretty good for me for what I needed to do. Again, it's just user error, but I remember this is actually the first putter, new putter, brand new, that I bought. Geez, I can't remember how long ago it's been. It's been a good few years that I've had this putter. Haven't had to redo the grip or nothing yet, and it is a 34. I do find that a little tall. I may see about kind of down to a 33 or even a 33 and a quarter, see how much of a difference that is. Or when I decide to part ways with this, my RX-7 here, I may go with a 33. We all know the #1 ball in golf is a Pro V1 and Pro V1X. We all know TaylorMade brought out the TP5 and 5X, and the only two big competitors there are Pro V1 and TP5. And Titleist have made an incredible ball, and that's their biggest stamp on the golf game of keeping that reputation going. Well, I've had a chance to do a little comparison between a brand new Pro V1 and this brand here, and it's actually the Kirkland Signature 3-piece golf ball with so let's just read the box here. Core, it's soft and high elastic core to maximize distance. Interacts with soft cover to generate optimized spin for iron and wedge shots. Durable urethane cover for spin and greenside control. Now, when I first played these balls, they were very, very soft. They honestly reminded me of the Callaway Super Softs that I used to play when I wasn't in tournament or league or anything like that. So I like the soft feeling of the balls. I don't like the harder, like the Pro V1X or the TP5X. That I did play the TP5X in my first tournament, did not enjoy it, did not like the performance out of it. But these ones, I've realized they're, when you go to stats and watch other videos, these actually perform very close to the Pro V1s. Now, I'll put it into perspective. At least here in Canada, these Kirkland balls, if I'm correct, they run for about 40 bucks for 24 or 30 bucks for 24. Pro V1, you get 12 and you're paying around the $65 mark. And I just, like I said, I just realized these are USGA approved and conforming construction for the dimple and the layers and everything. So I'm going to game them this year. Now, if I later on down the season they say, oh, they're not conforming anymore, then probably going to go with the Pro V1. But these are going to be the balls I game this year, and I'm excited for 2021. As like I said, I've fingers crossed I can get my handicap down at 0.1, get back to where I used to be at the 3 handicap for this amateur tour that I'm a part of. And I may even, if I can grind it down fast and play consistent, there's going to be a few big shockers coming this season. All right, guys, thanks for tuning back in for another What's in the Bag. We'll be 100% making content for this year. Might do voiceover after, or even just an update after 9, or after the front 9 and after the back 9 when the round's finished. All right, guys, stay safe out there. Let's all look forward to the 2021 season. If you're like us and you're in the snowy weather right now, or you can be like in California and still playing golf, or Florida still playing golf and so on. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys stay safe, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks.